Well, hey everybody. Look what they caught in the crab traps. It's ripped one outdoors. Yeah, we back with you. Back with you on a Thursday morning. Yeah, we snuck off from work today. Had a couple of days we had to burn, vacation days, before we got our new year of vacation. And guess what? We decided we would come down to Bay St. Louis. Y'all know where we're at. Look how pretty, y'all. Ain't that pretty? But I can tell you, the sun's coming and it's gonna be hot. So let's get started. Hey, y'all find something to grab and hang on, and we'll get took off here. Before we go, roll that intro. Okay, we hope this morning finds everybody healthy, happy, and well. I know we sure doing good. We are blessed beyond measure. I seen a couple of bikers going down this way earlier. I think we're gonna ride down this way. Y'all didn't see that. I'm glad you didn't. Somebody was working up under a truck. Looked like they was trying to take the differential out of it. And all they had holding the truck up was a bumper jack. Now, am I talking above your head? Y'all know what a bumper jack is. I call it a widowmaker. And they had a man back there who was holding the jack, I guess, to keep the jack from slipping out from under the truck. I didn't even think they still made bumper jacks. But he had a bumper jack, and he had jacked that truck up. And there's a guy trying to take the differential out from under that thing. No jack stands. There you go, Donald. No jack stands. So, oh man, that makes me nervous even thinking about it. Look at that, y'all. Ain't that pretty? Beautiful. The water looks beautiful. Man out walking his dog. I tell y'all what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go riding down in what I refer to as the silk stocking of, I guess you'd call this Pass Christian. This is closer to Pass Christian, I think, than it is Bay St. Louis. I'm thinking, but this is called Henderson. Well, let's just call it the silk stocking of Henderson Point. How about that? And we'll just leave it at that. The silk stocking of Henderson Point. We're gonna ride back by where these men working on that truck. Man. I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know about that. Yes, I do know about that. I know a bumper jack will kill you. That's why they call them widowmakers. Yeah, we don't have anything particular in mind today, but we are going to bring y'all something that I've been promising y'all it's going to bring you for a few weeks now, and I just hadn't got around to it. We're going to bring y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. What I'm talking about is, since it's been a year now since I've got my first e-bike. and I wanted to try to collect my thoughts and put them together. And what do I think about the e-bike? What do I think about my e-bike or e-bikes in general? And just kind of do a review of my year and first year in e-bikes, and see where we've been to. I mean, where we've come from, and maybe where we're going. And we call that the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there are a lot of good things, I can tell you, but there's a few bad things that I want to bring out, a few that are so bad that I'll call them the ugly. The number one thing on my good list that I'd like to talk about is that it still feels as good today as it did the first time I got on my bike, got on the e-bike. It still feels as good. We're gonna turn and try to run up in here, y'all. We're gonna show y'all the silk stocking of this area. I may have been up in here and showed y'all this before, but I don't know. Check it out, y'all. Check it out. So these houses are right on the water. I'll try to turn up in their driveway and show y'all a few of them. There's a little sandy pass right here. Take a look at Sandy Pass. These ain't Cooter Ridge houses here, y'all. Somebody building one here. Look what a pretty house, y'all. Ain't that pretty? Right here at the foot of the Bay St. Louis Bridge. That's nice. I like that color. That's kind of a farmhouse, we call that a farmhouse color. Farmhouse red. Look, I couldn't afford to build a wharf out on there. They got wharves and piers that goes out into the bay there. All right, we're gonna turn around, head back the other way. But this is one of the goods here, I tell you. You get to ride and you get to see things like this. I would never see this if I didn't have an e-bike, because I probably would never drive up in here. Yeah, we're talking about the goods that I've observed for a year now. Another thing that I would have to mention is the fact that me and the brothers and the family, we can get together and ride our bikes together. And my wife and my daughter Candace, yeah. We can get together and ride our bikes together. This is the Beverly Hills district here. Silk stocking. Yeah, I love the fact that, hey, Mickey owns bikes, Joey owns bikes. Joey and his wife, they ride. They ride a lot up in Hideaway where they live. I need to get back up that way one day and ride with Joey. That's a nice place to ride. Hideaway Lake, yeah, nice place to ride. I'm just easing along, y'all, letting y'all try to help y'all to see some of these houses. They're beautiful. Now you see the house is actually up on the second floor. All this downstairs here, that's just what do you call place entertainment areas and stuff like that. But yeah, the house, like this house here looks like it's a full 2-story house. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. See, the piers have to be like 20 feet tall on these houses per the code. In other words, you can't build one down here unless it's like 20 or 22 feet or whatever their latest codes are. And that was established by Hurricane Katrina. You see, all this used to be houses in here, and they're gone. They're gone. See, there was a slab right out there. Somebody busted that up. So yeah, we got the fact that, you know, the e-bike has brought just another element of something that I can enjoy with the brothers and the family. And as soon as it gets cool, yeah, we're gonna be going off riding again. We'll be coming back down here. See, there's one they're building. See here? They're building that one. And see how tall the columns are? And those are concrete columns. Well, I mean, I guess you can see that. But you know, along with saying that the e-bike has brought the family together again, you know, doing things like that. Just another thing that the family can do. I can tell you, along with that, is I have really appreciated the friends that I have come to know, mostly through my YouTube channel. Made new friends, and I tell you what, it's some of you I've met, some of you hadn't met. Some I talked to on the phone, some I've emailed, some I just talked to in the comments. But yeah, new friends, good people, good people. Things that we have in common that we can share. Facebook friends, I've got a lot of you are Facebook friends, and of course we'll talk more about Facebook here in a little bit. Yeah, we talked about how we love the bike more today than we did when we first got it. And you know, so many things can change those feelings. I mean, it could have changed those feelings, but it didn't. You know, as we said many times, you never know what you're getting into. Gonna pay $1,500 for something you buy. It comes from China, and have no idea if you're gonna get ripped off. If you're ever gonna see your money again, you had no idea. But all that turned out good. All that turned out real good. And the experience has just been, it's just been a great year, I can tell you. It's just been a great year. I started my YouTube channel, and that's been really good. 749 subscribers right now, 749 subscribers. And I thank every one of you. Here's something else that I'll put on the good list. is the fact that nature is out there waiting. Yeah, nature is waiting. And there's no better platform that you can, vehicle that you can use to see that than the e-bike. I saw old Jerry T, good friend. That's another good friend that I've met on the Facebook and through the e-bikes and all. Jerry T. He's up in Ohio somewhere. But yeah, he posted about how you can slip up on the deer. Not the Magicycle deer, but real deer. How you can slip up on them with the quiet electrical motor, and he's right about that. So yeah, nature is waiting. All you got to do is get on your bike and go out there and be a part of it. I mentioned a while ago about not knowing what to expect when I bought this bike, and you know, paying that kind of money. That hey, $1,500 is not just money that I can shake out of a couch. I can tell you, I work hard for that. We all do. We all work hard for our money. But I think about if there's one thing that I'm really very proud of, and that's the fact that everything turned out good about the sale. Yeah, buying from a Chinese company and all, and you know, it's kind of scary, but everything turned out good. And I'm gonna tell you, I have to add to that the quality of the bike has been exceptional. I don't know any fancy flowery words to describe it, but yeah, whenever I saw the quality of the bike, it's like I called Joey the night that I got it, and I told Joey, I said, Joey, you're not going to believe it. I said, the quality of the bike is just crazy good quality. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away, and I still see that. Although I've seen a few things, but it wasn't Magicycle, but I've seen a few bikes that weren't quality bikes. Building one. So many people that are getting into bikes today, they have so many questions, and they spend a whole lot of time worrying about things, I guess, because they look at forums and they look at YouTube, and I don't know, they spend a whole lot of time looking, which I did too. I looked too. That's how I found Magicycle. But people worry about how many miles it'll go, you know. You know what? I've never really tested this deer to see how far it can actually go. I know it can't go what they say it'll go, and I'll talk about that later, okay? But the mileage that I get out of this bike is fine for me. I talked to Steve and Nikki Collinsworth up in Ohio, and they said they rode 40 miles one day. Man, hats off to y'all. Hats off to y'all. I'm glad you had a bike that would do it. But I haven't tested mine to 40 miles. The most I've rode is 30, about 31 miles, something like that. But yeah, we're talking about good quality bikes, and people ask a lot of questions and all, and you know, some of us, including me, I've had people email me and ask me, look, I want a bike that's going to do this, I want a bike that's going to do that. And I'm like, man, I don't know how I can just tell you, look, just don't worry about it. Buy the thing. You're going to get a good bike. People will worry about how fast it's going to go. People will want to, I want to make sure I'm getting one that'll go 28 miles per hour when they never ride over 15. You know, am I right or am I wrong? But they want to know, so they have the right to know, and that's right. They're going to spend a lot of money. They want to know what they're getting. So we pretty much covered the good part of things that I've observed in the past year owning an e-bike. And now we're going to get into some of the bad things. And you know, most of y'all have heard these things before, the good, bad, and you'll probably heard the ugly before when I get into that. Yeah, I've got a few things that I would put in a bad category. One thing that I put in a bad category that may not be in somebody else's bad list, but it's on mine. And it's on a few other people that I know. And that's this right here, cruise control. I've been telling y'all, I've been owing y'all a video on it because one of my viewers, Terry Nelson, he asked me here a while back, he said, do a video about the safety factor of the cruise control. I said, okay, I'll look into it. Well, you know, at that time, I guess I wasn't having too much of an issue with cruise control. But since then, I've had some issues with it. And the issue that he had was he pushes his bike up like a 3-foot ramp. Where he stores it. It may be 3 feet off the ground. And he can't use the push assist because that goes too fast. And it'll drag him down. Well, I mean, it would drag me down. Because I've tried to push assist. Push assist doesn't work for me. So whenever he tries to use the throttle to assist that bike to go up that ramp, the cruise control kicks in, and it will basically pull him down, you know. And I've had the same thing happen to me. I was trying to put one in my shed there one day, and I was just going to use the throttle, and I just say, hey, okay, let's throttle it and let's get it on up the little ramp, and the cruise control kicks in. I didn't hurt the shed, but I near about tore my hand off when my hand hit the door. All right, y'all, we're here on a pretty good little ramp. Let's see if we can get the cruise control to kick in while we're pushing. And there it is. There it is right there. And you see I'm having to run to keep up with it. There it is. So there's what we're talking about with the cruise control. Okay. The answer to that is don't do it. Don't use the throttle to try to push it up a ramp. You have to figure out something else, I guess, until somebody can invent some other deal to disengage the cruise control.
Oh, here I'm going to throttle up this hill a little bit. It's showing, looks like about 900 watts pushing me up this hill. Oh, here it is, automatic cruise control. See, I didn't want it to kick in like that, but it does. That's one thing I hate about automatic cruise control. You use the throttle to get up a little hill like that, And then when you get to the top, all of a sudden you're going full speed ahead. I hate that. I either want it on or off by my discretion, not the damn automatic crap.
So yeah, on the bad list, I'd say cruise control. But hey, that's on the good of some people's list because they don't pedal and they just use the bike, they just use the throttle only. Well, that's not me. I don't do that, and I'm gonna tell you, probably 95% of the people out there, you pedal the bikes. But that's not for me to say. That's not for me to say whether it's right or wrong. You buy your bike, you do what you want to with it. I'll bump it up a little bit and get over the hump. Up by the railroad on the, where the market is there, where the big old slags is, I come through there. I didn't show y'all on camera, but I come through there. The last time I come through there on the Jaguarundi, the cruise control kicked in, and I was using the throttle only to come through those big old rocks. And the cruise kicked in, and it went faster than I wanted it to go, and it almost caused me to fall. So yeah, that's a safety factor, y'all. And I will say this, that Magicycle has addressed that. They have addressed that, and on their new models, they're allowing you an option to turn that off. Thank you, Magicycle. But here, now do something else for us. Give us something that we can change to on our bikes, so we can have it to turn it off. Can we do a software thing, firmware? Yeah. That lady was in excellent physical condition. So that's one for the bad list. It's the cruise control. Another thing for the bad list is falls. Yep, right over yonder, right towards that big, what looks like a castle over there. That's where the Washington Street access area is. And that's where I made my fall, right here on this bike, right here, the deer. Yeah, falls are bound to happen at some point or another. My question to you is what are you going to do about it? How are you going to prepare for that? Well, you can prepare by training yourself how to ride your bike in different situations, things that could cause a fall. You know, I talked to y'all one time about doing turnarounds, a lot of U-turns and things like that. When I first got my bike, I showed y'all over on Ridge Road there about doing U-turns, how to do U's. But there's things that you can't train yourself for. Things are gonna happen. My suggestion is same as it was before after I fell. Stop here for a second. Family got the little boy in the boat with them down there fishing, look. How y'all doing? I ought to ask them if they catching anything. A lot of interesting things to look at today. Yeah, y'all know the routine. Get you a first aid kit at least. I didn't even have a first aid kit. I didn't have nothing to wipe blood with. Y'all know that story. Hey, I got a video for that too. I'm gonna put that video right here. That's about my fall. So, teach y'all try to share some things that I learned there with y'all. I think when we get here, y'all, instead of going right, instead of going left, I think we're gonna go right. I have never taken y'all over there, down Cedar Point. Let's go down the hill here, and we're gonna identify ourselves as a car or a truck. I'd like to identify myself as a truck. And we're gonna go straight across here. Yeah, falls are bound to happen, y'all. Just be ready for it. And I hope you don't bust yourself up too bad when it does happen. Now, I don't want to scare people away from getting an e-bike. I'm just saying, just prepare yourself. Another bad thing, well, this is my final bad thing, is the chance of a breakdown. That's pretty strong too. And I'm talking about a breakdown. And you say, what are you talking about? Well, either a flat tire, your battery dies or something. Chain break, I don't know what can happen on a breakdown. Bolt come out. Yeah, anything like that. Breakdowns can happen. So, you know what? We're going to do just like we did with the falls. We're going to tell you to prepare for them. Anyway, hey, they give you a toolkit when you buy the bike, right? Bring your toolkit. Make sure you got your toolkit in your bag. If you don't have a place to put your toolkit, get you a bag. I got links in the description for bags. This big Rock Brothers bag I got on my deer here, I really like. That's my favorite bag. Y'all see what you can do with an e-bike? Ain't it good? You can just enjoy this. Build another house here. How you doing? Beautiful ride down this way. I apologize to y'all that I haven't never brought y'all down here. This is the Jordan River here. Well, it's still the Bay St. Louis, but it runs in down here. It all comes together to the Jordan River. And that's where our fishing camp used to be. Our fishing camp was further up the river here. We didn't know what it was like to not be out here to camp during the summer like now. We complain about how hot it is right now. We didn't have no problem with the heat back then. You go out there and sit in the boat half the day. Yeah, they got them a nice little fish cleaning station here. All this was done after Hurricane Katrina. I guess Katrina opened up a lot of money, you know, for things like that. But yeah, they got a bathroom and fish cleaning place and all. Look, that lake is, that bay is slick. That thing's slick as owl manure. You could skip a rock on it, look. Ain't that pretty? All right, let's get on with the story and then we'll wind it up, y'all. We talked about the good and the bad. We got to get around to the ugly. My number one thing on the ugly list is there is always a chance that you could get struck by a car or truck or whatever. And again, I'm not trying to scare people off from buying bikes. What I'm trying to do is to tell you, plan your rides accordingly with that in mind. That has a great influence on where I ride and where I don't ride. You know, there are roads, if you go back out there on the highway from the house and you go up there by where the Loves is, they're building, and you go across there. I told Mike Pate the other day, Mike Pate come and see me. That was another one of the goods that I mentioned. He's one of the friends that I've made in the YouTube channel, and he come down and visited me. He was on his way to New Orleans, and I told him, you're always welcome to stop by. But yeah, I was telling him, I said, you can't ride that road up there in Nicholson. Well, you can, because them dope heads do it, but I'm not gonna do it. There ain't enough dope that I could smoke or whatever to make me want to put myself at a risk of riding in that little narrow highway with them people coming along there, texting, lighting up a cigarette. And I got a story I'm gonna tell y'all about that. Maybe not on this video. But, you know, some places they have, you know, everybody's supposed to observe the 3-foot rule, you know, okay? You know, me tell you what, these people that are high, or either they've been drinking too much, or either they're riding along there texting, looking off, they don't care. You me tell you how much they care about that 3-foot rule? I'm fixing to show you as soon as I pass this car. Right there, that's how much they care about your 3-foot. You can take your 3-foot and shove it as far as they're concerned. They have no idea about a lot of people have no idea about the 3-foot, that the bikes do have a right to ride up and down the roads. They don't know, and they don't want to know, and they don't care. That's why I say you've got to respect the fact that there is a danger of getting hit by a car. And that's the biggest ugly that I can come up with. The things that I can do something about is find a good place to ride, like this area down here. You know, you go down to Bay St. Louis there, these people are used to seeing bikes. They're used to seeing golf carts in the road and all. So it's a bike-friendly community, right? Find a place like that. Find a bike path, bike trail. These rail trails, things like that. Find a place where it's not so much traffic. Well, I got one more ugly, and then we're gonna hang it up, y'all. The one more ugly that I have is the fact that there are haters out there. What was that I said? Haters. Yeah, haters. Any of y'all encountered any haters? They think we're cheating. They can't stand the fact that we're riding an electric bike. They call it a motor vehicle. They don't want you on their bike trails. things like that. They don't. Yeah, haters. That's what I call them. And then you have I told y'all I was going to tell you about Facebook. You know, I'm kind of drifting more and more away from Facebook. You know, I like to go on the Facebook Magicycle page and I like to support them. I like to support the people. I've met good friends on there. I got good friends on here that watch me today because of that Facebook page. But I'm kind of drifting more and more away from that just because of the haters on there. And what do they hate? Do they hate e-bikes? Do they hate Magicycle? What do they hate? Or do they just hate life in general? I don't know. I think sometimes they just hate life in general. Look at this little wetland here, y'all. Ain't that pretty? It looks like that right on, all the way back to the casino back in there. Yeah, and then you got your haters that because you don't own the bike that they have, right? Yeah, I've got a Magicycle bike, but somebody goes and buys an electric, and they tell me I own an electric, you know, and I'm gonna turn right around and tell them, you know, that's the worst money you could have spent. You should have give that some thought. Come on, and that's what you see a lot of on Facebook. Just because you didn't buy the kind of bike that they think is the best. All right, y'all, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ease back out across Highway 90 here. And we're gonna make our way back across the bridge. By the time we get over there and get our bike loaded back, it'll start getting hot. Well, start getting hot. It's already got hot. But it hadn't been bad riding this morning. We hope y'all have enjoyed it. We certainly have enjoyed the morning out riding around. And go ahead on there, big boy. Go on there with your bad self. He's got some mufflers. That makes him bad. Yeah, okay, y'all. We're gonna shut her down here on the Bay Bridge and drink us some water. And hey, y'all don't forget about them links in my description there. If you go to buy a Magicycle bike, there'll be links in there. There'll be coupon codes in there also. Save you $100 off. It's according to what you're buying. There's things that you can save $200 off of. But we hope y'all have enjoyed it today. And we hope y'all especially enjoyed the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hey, y'all know the routine. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe if you get a chance to. My email address is down here in case anybody has a question about a bike or anything I can help with. But until we meet again, here's to the best viewers on YouTube. Catch y'all on the next one.